Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're looking at Black Clover chapter number 47. Now, at the point of this recording, it hasn't actually been released by Scanlation. However, being a subscriber to the Viz Media digital Shonen Jump release, I do get the privilege to actually see that. So what I will be doing is looking at whatever opportunity I get, especially with the newer mangas. I will be trying to review them as soon as possible. So before getting into the review itself, just to go over the normal formalities, I just want to thank everybody that is watching my videos, everyone that's engaging in liking and commenting and subscribing, sharing your positive thoughts and ideas with myself. So thank you very much for doing that. As always, if you like something that I'm doing, please like and leave a thumbs up, and leave any thoughts in the comment section below. If there's something you don't like, by all means leave a thumb down, but let me know when I'm going wrong so I can improve. And please subscribe. You will get more content from myself. I know sometimes you can come across it randomly through Reddit or on my post, but please, if you subscribe, you'll get regular updates from myself. I'm very regular, and I tend to do weekly updates and a lot of different manga releases, and it's only going to improve. So I'm going to leave a button up here for you to subscribe, and also leave a link in the description below. Thank you very much. On to the summary. So to summarize this chapter, a pretty straightforward chapter, but an incredibly crazy chapter. We have little tidbits of information in there that I was really enjoying, and these little moments that made me laugh. So to kind of summarize, effectively the whole chapter really covers that same confrontation between Licht, the leader of the bad guys, I guess, and Yami, one of the captains. And it is there's some funny scenes that I will have to kind of go into the breakdown now. I don't want to reveal anything just yet, but definitely an enjoyable chapter. I am already giving it 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this chapter. It had me laughing out loud. So point number 1, we get to find out how Yami actually arrived to that destination. So it turns out that basically Noella informed the Magic Council to inform them what was going on, and basically the closest people that could actually do anything was Black Bull. Now the question gets asked effectively, why is it there's only 2 of you here? So basically Yami and Finral arrive. Now we haven't seen much of Finral, but Finral is basically the dude who can teleport people, and he basically says, I got dragged into this because nobody else was able to do anything. And you see a scene where basically they're all unconscious, they're drunk and incapacitated. So it's funny how basically the only 2 people that could come was Yami and Finral, and basically we kind of find out that he basically says he's gonna kill everybody when he gets back. So it's an interesting little tidbit where he explains how he got there, which prompts basically the Finral to evacuate everybody that wants evacuating. At which point Asta basically says, look, take care of Gouch, take care of the kids, and take Sister Teresa with you. Leave me here. I cannot miss an opportunity to see the captain fight. And that's point number 1. Point number 2, we actually get to find out a little bit more about Yami's magic. We find out that he has dark magic, which is by extension the opposite of light, with his light magic. And we also find out that the light magic itself is exceptionally rare in the history of of this story. And we also have another tidbit, all pack of information today with this one, but we also find out that Light has been waiting to fight Yami for a while. So he's been looking forward to fighting this dude purely because they are the opposites. And this is going to be an epic encounter. As always, Yami is just, I'll fight anybody, I'm not bothered. And it's really hyping up to be a good fight because we've already heard so much about Yami's fighting style being untouchable in a sense where you couldn't figure out his style, and also Like has obviously been proven to be so fast that even the Kronos, the actual Sorcerer's Emperor, couldn't really fathom what was going on, as well as anybody else that was currently fighting him, as well as he took out Fugerion, Vermilion, the captain, as well. So it's shaping up to be an interesting fight for part number 2. Part number 3. Point number 3 is effectively story time. So we get two stories. Now I'm laughing because I already know about the second story, but the first story, what it basically is a story about the past where there's a group of individuals who were so powerful they were considered gods, and humans basically like worship them as gods. But what they effectively did is they tricked these individuals to kind of lure them in, destroyed them, and basically took their powers. Now, this kind of helps explain a little bit of the motivation of Light. Now, could this be that he's like an ancestor, he's like a sole survivor, or he wasn't there and his people got killed, or is this one of those situations where he really just using this as an excuse to cause havoc? Because it could be just to throw us off, right? Now the reciprocal, the rebuttal story is even funnier. So this is the reason why I laugh, because it was just Yami being Yami. So Yami basically says he has a sword. So he says he's basically from the land of the rising sun. He's basically from Japan, and he has a samurai sword. And he explains that because he grew up in a family where he basically had a fishing kind of duty. His family was fishermen, and he basically got on a boat, and he got capsized. Next thing he knows, he was on some next country with different customs, to find out that they were very unwelcoming of him, and he had to beat everybody up. And there's like a scene, there's a picture, and there's like loads of bodies just there incapacitated, and sat on top of him. He goes, yeah, that's just half my life story. It was just funny that he took something so serious and made it so silly at the same time. And he was like, there was a guy that even said, how dare you speak to the leader like this? And he goes, ugh, what's happened to your face? Why have you got these marks on your face? He's talking about the guy he had that zombie magic. So it was so funny that he's making light of the situation so much that it's annoying people. Point number 4, the battle. Now, jokes aside, the battle itself is something else, because they're trying to figure out each other's moves. Now, basically, Yami is kind of like how you get in One Piece, imbuing haki into your sword. He's imbuing, I can't say the word, sorry, his dark magic into his sword and using that as a slash attack. So he's able to cancel out light sword attacks, his light sword attacks, and basically to the point where Asta's like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Show me. So Asta is basically getting probably the front seat to probably the best education you could get from a magician's point of view, and to the point where Yami even goes, did you see that? Pay attention, you're going to learn something today. And the fighting between each other, there's a point where Light gets behind Yami, tries doing an attack, Yami kind of cuts it away, and then Yami asks him specifically, because you were the one that beat Fuego, didn't you? Fuego, sorry. And he goes, yeah, I set up a trap for him, and he walks straight into it. And this pisses off Yami. You could just see that it annoyed him. And he does this slashing attack similar to Asta's that literally, it was so powerful, it cut Light's face. And he goes to Asta, you need to learn how to do that. And Asta's like, what? How do I do that? And the response Yami gives to Light, he basically says, there was no way you could beat Fuego, the hard-nosed, hard-headed fool of a captain, one-on-one. I'm going to show you how a captain fights. And just that scene itself, honestly, I cannot wait. I'm really, please, if anyone can see this of any type of influence, can you please animate this? Make this an anime. Because honestly, doubters aside, haters aside, people can say what they want about the similarities with other stories. It's becoming a story of its own. The characters, the world building is one thing that this story does well, is world building, and the fact that we're getting epic fights so early into the story. I cannot wait for this to get animated. And it ends like that. You get such an epic ending. Like, come on, I want another page. I want another few pages. I want to see this fight. It really wants me. I cannot wait till next week just to watch this and review this, because I'm so looking forward to it. But yeah, that's point number 4. Point number 5. With the fact that Yami is pissed off now, is that going to be a detriment to his fight? Or is this going to be one of those motivations where he can let out some of his dark power? Now, being that the enemy now doesn't have the element of surprise. How do you think he will adapt like the leader against fighting someone like Yami? Is this going to be a situation where backup's going to arrive and he's going to have to escape? Or will we really get to see what the abilities that's supposed to be super rare in the kingdom of magic, we're going to see what this all is about. Like the balance of magic, being a light user, being a dark user, it gets to show the other sides of the spectrum. Now, I honestly think Asta's magic is linked to dark magic, being the anti-magic. You can see it's different, but there's similarities in their style. So you can honestly see now why Yami picked him, other than his determination and the fact that he's got an interesting style. They have very similar elements. For example, there's a scene, a panel, where Yami charges and uses his magic to increase his physical ability, much like what Asta did in the test where he beat his opponent when he was wanting to join an order. So it's interesting to see the similarities of this. Maybe there's a connection between Yami and Asta that he doesn't know about. Maybe there's a family relationship there. I'm only speculating, it's only theory, and that's what point 5 is all about. What are your thoughts? How do you think this battle is going to end? Who do you think is going to come out on top? What's Asta going to really learn? Do you think Like is really going to fight one-on-one fairly, being that he already did something dodgy to beat Fuego? Or is this going to be a situation where he's going to use Asta as a hostage? It's interesting to see what's going to happen. I cannot wait for next week's chapter. That's all for me today, guys. Peace.